Good morning, everyone. Well, since Target has decided to rescind its DEI initiatives, removing product from their stores of people of color and stating that they don't need black dollars, well, Target, you've got an empty store. There's nobody in here but the workers and a few shoppers. Well, let's see if this move that you made will put dollars in your pocket. And since you don't need black dollars, we will spend our dollars where they matters. And evidently they don't matter in here, but we're going to hit you in your pocket where it matters. Now, having said that, maybe you should think about equality for everyone. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity. And resending the DEI initiative was not a good on your move. And you know what? Your store is empty. The proof is in the pudding. Okay? And this is only the beginning. How many days has this been? A couple of days.
This is just in. Target is being sued by their shareholders over the DEI backlash. Follow for more workplace news and tips. So according to the lawsuit, CEO Brian Cornell and other officials failed to disclose the risk of consumer boycott. Basically, the shareholders were unaware that these rollbacks would create such an uproar. What did they expect? Also, the lawsuit states that Target concealed the backlash from the Pride Month campaign. And we all know that was crazy. Shareholders are also disappointed with Target's declining stock. So do you feel like this lawsuit is justified? Do you also feel if shareholders were aware of the backlash of rolling back these DEI initiatives, will we still have those programs available at Target today? I'm curious to know. Drop your comments below.
Breaking news. Target shareholders are suing Target over consumer backlash after they say management did not disclose to the shareholders that they were going to roll back their DEI programs, and their stock has plummeted. The fact that they didn't even tell their own shareholders that they were doing this over political and social reasons has caused their own shareholders to sue them, saying, what the hell were you thinking rolling back DEI in this climate? So Target's effed. Their own shareholders are now suing them over the rollback of DEI. Can we say in good news today? Yeah, you effed around and found out.
So the boycotts are working. You may have heard that Target's own shareholders are suing Target due to the financial hits that they're taking since Target reneged on their DEI partnerships. So obviously, the question begging to be asked and answered is, who's next? Who do we boycott next? I would like to submit for your consideration the Super Bowl. Now, I get it. This is one of America's favorite pastimes. I understand that there are two black quarterbacks. There's that Taylor Swift factor. There's so many things that make you want to watch, like from the gate. Let's just talk about the Taylor Swift factor. This game is going to be reduced to, what did Taylor Swift wear? How did she cheer for her guy? It's not going to focus on the talent, the gift, the strength of Jalen or that other guy who's married to MAGA. Here's the other thing. Donald Trump is going to be there. This is so unsafe. This is so unwise of him. But he doesn't care about the American people. He's made that abundantly clear. So what's going to happen at the Super Bowl is that he's going to have his little box full of his little racist minions, and they're going to exhibit their latest salute. He's going to make racist comments and say how he could have done this in a more bigly way. It's going to be mayhem. Not to mention, this guy has allegedly had 2 assassination attempts. Why would he put the American people in danger like that? So that he could watch football? That aside, the most important thing is the dollars. The Super Bowl is all about marketing. It is slated to have at least 50 30-second commercials. In total, throughout the night, it's going to be about 80 to 90 commercials. But those 50 30-second commercials are worth $8 million. So by the end of the night, marketers, big brands, will have spent about $750 million. All of that ill-spent money could be used to provide housing for every single citizen, every single person in America. It could be used to eliminate food deserts. It could be used to provide health care for every single person and cover their prescriptions and still have money left over, which is a very wild fact. And so you might be wondering, who are some of these billionaire companies that are wastefully spending their money to hypnotize us into thinking what they want us to think? Take a look at the list. Most of these people have heavily contributed to Trump. Most of these people have exhibited some type of racial bias or homophobic, misogynistic, etc. Bud Light specifically, transphobic. They partnered with a trans woman and then publicly talked about how that was a mistake. Broke bread with Donald Trump and alienating people from marginalized communities. So we have to ask ourselves, what are we willing to do for the revolution? What are we willing to do to enact change? Resist. Let's talk about this in a harm reduction way. If you have to watch it 5 days later. Skip the marketing sound bites. We have to create a tolerance for not indulging in entertainment that infiltrates our mind and tries to get us to find value in overconsumption, to spend our hard-earned dollars on mess. The boycotts are working, so let's keep it going. Boycott the Super Bowl.
So Target apologized, and now they're starting their DEI again. And this is what the fuck I mean!
Well, looks like Target's about to fuck around and find out, because they are now facing a massive lawsuit. Their shareholders are now suing them for the money that they're losing for their DEI rollback. And
Target released this video about their DEI initiative.
We are never done. Never done seeing, never done building, never done listening to that little voice inside your head that says there is always something more to do, and we are always better when we do it. Nah, we're never done.
Yes, you are. That video is from 2022. They released it to say how much they've done in diversity, equity, and inclusion. They even intro the whole initiative with a nice little Maya Angelou quote on the front page that'll most likely go away soon. If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. And we wholeheartedly agree. Me too. Y'all are definitely not going the direction of Costco, JP Morgan, and wait for it. I never thought I'd say this. Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, who said they remain committed to seeking out diverse talent despite the right-wing crusade. I just want you to let that soak in, that we live in a world where Goldman Sachs said that after Target rolled back their prices. I'm kidding, after Target rolled back their DEI initiative. What does this all mean? Well, Target will rename its supplier diversity team to the supplier engagement team. Target has also been ousted from the Pride Parade. Executive director of the parade, Andy Otto, called the company's decision to curtail DEI programming the breaking point. And what will help you better understand companies like Target going forward? Yes, when there was an international uprising calling for equity, Target made this nice video of a black woman walking through a city with a John Legend diss track in the backdrop while she discovers a Target with the If Beale Street Could Talk post-production. Understand, a company will not engage in morality if they don't believe they have to for their bottom line, and that's to make money. So hey, what are some companies you know who still stand on business outside of Costco, JP Morgan, and, oh my God, Goldman Sachs? We will wait and read in the comments below.
well, looks like Target's about to fuck around and find out, because they are now facing a massive lawsuit. Their shareholders are now suing them for the money that they're losing for their DEI rollback. And even further, the very shareholders that are suing Target are the exact same color of the people they tried to fuck over. Because you can't just roll back an initiative and not tell the shareholders that there's a risk they will lose money. And I don't think they ever thought that they would lose the astronomical amount of money they actually lost. So the minute that you think that boycotts don't work or your voice isn't being heard, you best to believe, baby, it is. At the end of the day, money talks and bullshit runs a marathon. And if you are doing bullshit shit, you are going to pay the consequences of it. And it's going to come in the form of money, honey.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Well, Target is getting sued because they didn't disclose the risk that it would cause. Well, I mean, the shareholders could see if you're just putting off something and you're taking something away that people don't like and you hear their voices. I know they're on social media and they can hear it. Then, yeah, you know the risk. If people are on social media saying, we're not going to go to Target, you should already know what's going to happen. But, I guess it came from the company. The people who own Target didn't tell them that they were going to lose money and that people weren't going to shop there anymore. Well, I guess, like they say, you get what you deserve.
I don't know if y'all heard, but Target shareholders who have stock in Target are suing Target because they failed to tell them that when they pulled back their DEI initiatives, it would cause a boycott and they would lose a significant amount of money. I just wanted to remind y'all of the power of holding back the black dollar. I just wanted to remind y'all. And what's more ironic about this is that the same people that they were trying to impress by pulling back the DEI initiatives are the same ones that are suing them. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it, because at the end of the day, people care about the dollar. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. So y'all thought y'all ate following Donald Trump. He promised y'all he was going to fix the economy. Are y'all good? Is y'all cool? And if I find out that any of y'all is still shopping at Target on a low, it's up. It's up when I see you, because I be needing stuff from there. But we boycott. I'm not playing.
Hear me out, honey. Have y'all heard about the Target shareholders lawsuit against Target? Suing Target because they didn't know getting rid of the DEI initiative would cause such a pullback on their money, that they would lose so much money. Imagine us finding out the power of the black dollar. It's like a light just went off, right? Like, and the same people that they were trying to impress are the ones that are suing them. We ain't even the ones suing. So at the end of the day, what Target should have learned from this is that if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Oh, one last thing. Don't let me see you in Target. Bye. I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Don't go to Target. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head. Stay your ass home to run. Save your money.
Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning, motherfuckers. Now I'm about to get my day started, but before I do, I want to talk to y'all about Target. Now y'all know Target was one of the first companies to say they no longer wanted to deal with DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And last year, before they even came out in January, saying that they were going to completely wipe it out, dealing with the black businesses and everything else. Last year during Pride, they actually did it, but they did it like low key. They started removing Pride products from the stores. They blamed it on people complaining online about the products being there, even though people always complain about Pride products, but they use the complaints online as an excuse. Now I feel like Target is going to start singing another tune, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Child, y'all look at this. Target is sued for defrauding shareholders about DEI. Let me tell you something. First, they was the biggest supporters of it. They started putting different companies, putting different, people like Tab, all of them in the stores because they support. But then they turned around and was like, okay, we're not doing it no more. But you have to understand, a lot of their stockholders
were probably their biggest stockholders because of DEI. Their stocks have been falling straight to hell. And when stocks fall to hell, people lose money. And those people who are losing money are probably people who purchased the stock because of how they supported diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, word on the street and allegedly is now Target wants to roll back not being diversified and want to probably try to re-implement it into their company. But I feel like it might be too late. I want to know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think it's too late for them to say salvage their company, salvage their stock, and make their shareholders happy? Child, leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to hit the follow button because I personally feel like it might be too late. But I want to know what y'all think. Toodles.
Hey players, so Target is now being sued by their shareholders over allegedly defrauding investors regarding DEI practices. Y'all go ahead and grab your tea and have a seat. Let's get into it. So according to reporting, Target faces a lawsuit from investors after the company allegedly failed to disclose risk and backlash related to political and social policies. In a proposed class action lawsuit, shareholders accused Target of intentionally defrauding them into paying higher stock prices and misuse of investor funds for political and social goals. The lawsuit accuses the company and its CEO of not disclosing risk related to Target's environmental, social, and governance and diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative. Target was also accused in a lawsuit of not disclosing the customer backlash it received during its 2023 Pride Month campaign, including customers confronting employees inside of the store. Now, I don't know how these shareholders didn't see that because that was all over Annalise Keaton's internet, honey. I'm going to go ahead and keep it a stack with you because I reported on it. Now, this lawsuit comes on the heels of the company's share prices falling 22% in November of 2024, around $15.7 billion of market value, despite shareholders claiming that Walmart did not face similar underperformance. The investors blame Target decline on their continued backlash from its campaigns. Players, so I want you to follow me real quick. See if this sounds good, okay? So it appears that a couple of weeks after Target announced that they will be rolling back their DEI initiatives, they have received some heavy and swift backlash, honey. The backlash is thick. And a group of their rich shareholders thought it would be a great idea to get together and file a lawsuit against them for the very DEI practices that they rolled back that they're now receiving backlash for. And in the lawsuit, they allege that the reason why Target is losing money is because of those DEI initiatives. Child, you can't make this shit up if you try. Okay. Child, okay. I just want to know if we here, players. Are we here? Are we here? Because that sounds dumb as hell. But hey, I don't feel sorry for Target. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black here.